This is Kaitlyn Hill, and this is my speech to persuade my audience to support the Senate Bill 906. Here's my note card, and here's my audience. I'm going to be honest. I am not a registered voter. I feel that my vote does not count. In most elections, the votes are by popular vote. That is not the case for presidential elections. Presidential elections are counted by electoral colleges. Wouldn't you like to have a stronger voice in presidential elections? Electoral college is not a fair way to vote. The writers of the Constitution once had a purpose for this system. The Electoral College is outdated. I'm going to share with you today the importance of the Oklahoma Senate Bill 906. Most of the citizens prefer to use popular vote in voting for elections. The candidates do not campaign fairly in all 50 states, and several have been cheated out of their presidency. Citizens want equal representation, and the way to do that is by popular vote. The facts, I'm going to share with you today the facts to persuade you to support the Senate bill. The majority of the population favor popular vote. This popular vote helps individuals feel more represented. 75% of the population are in support of the popular vote, writes England in 2012 in the U.S. News Digital Weekly. Popular vote has been familiar in the past. It makes your vote worth more for citizens, and the average turnout for voting nowadays is 65%, Zimmerman writes in 2010 in National Civic Review. People feel like registering is meaningless because their ballot does not count using Electoral College. The opinion of others for popular vote makes people feel like that the misuse of resources is unequal in campaigns. The candidates are unequal in the distribution of states that they visit. They go to just a few states. They go and visit the states that are key to helping them win. Some of the higher populated votes the campaigns do not go to. In 2008, there was 1 month that 2 of the candidates only visited 4 states. They had all of their campaign parties from the month September 5th through the month November 4th. The turnout for the 4 states that they visited was only 67% compared to the states that were not visited of a 61% turnout rate. They spend more of their money in the places they call the battlegrounds. 98% of the money used in campaigns are only spent in 15 states, and News writes in 2012, in campaigns and elections. They use TV ads to persuade voters, and the contributors in campaigns do not get ads in their states. Black writes in Post in 2012, Democratic and Republican parties feel like it is not a priority to visit states that they already considered to be won. Representatives also seem that it is hopeless to go to states that they are behind in. An unequal use of resources in the past have caused difficulties in electoral colleges now. There is a repeated problem of electoral colleges, and many presidents have won without the majority vote. In this graph, I show that Adams has lost to Jackson, because Jackson got more of the popular vote than Adams in 1824. Hayes lost to Tilden in 1876. Cleveland lost to Harrison lost to Cleveland in 1888, and Al Gore lost to Bush in 2000. There's also been some near misses as well. In the smaller states, they feel that a few small states can change the difference in the outcome of the vote. This has happened nearly 6 times since 1959. There's also a possibility of a tie, 269 to 269. This happened to Jefferson and Burr in the 1800s. This calls for the writing of the 12th Amendment. If there is a tie, the House of Representatives get to vote for the new president. That means that all the citizens' votes were for nothing. Each state only gets 1 vote. This is not fair for the representation of the citizens. There have been other problems caused by electoral colleges. It's almost impossible for the third party to win a presidency. The winner-takes-all approach cancels out the votes of citizens. Problems used with the electoral college problems used for electoral colleges were not what the Founding Fathers intended. The Founding Fathers wanted equal representation for every citizen. But this is why the Constitution was written. It says West and inside to Sun in 2012. There was a smaller number of states back then, and the population varied in each state. The Founding Fathers wanted the smaller states to be able to have a voice in the outcome of the presidency. This gave the states the constitutional right to vote. I believe that popular vote can help achieve this right as well. This will help retain representation for the people, and we should stop talking about the battleground states. Every candidate should have to campaign in each state and work for every vote. The 4 representations need to maintain a change. The current system is outdated. Senate Bill 906 will help the voting become more up to date. Americans need to act now. The millions of dollars earned for campaigning to be distributed equally for each state. Electoral college has been shown to be ineffective. We need to maintain the intent to represent every individual. The population of the U.S. has grown, and popular vote is what people desire to help them get their president that they want. So join me in making the popular vote a reality. Call your senator today and let him know that you support Senate Bill 906. Register this year and vote so your voice can be heard.